What about the age-old debate? Skimmed, semi-skimmed or whole milk? Which has the most health benefits? I spoke to nutritional therapist Thalia Pellegrini to find out more about the different types of milk. Thalia, we've got...
Right, okay, a nutritional therapist. Right, what is a nutritional therapist? Right, I've been having a look. Nutritional therapists and diet experts, right? Okay, so this isn't someone who's gone through 4 or 5 years of nutritional training, right? It's not a nutritionist, right? So read this anyway. Nutritional therapists encompass the use of recommendations for diet and lifestyle in order to alleviate or prevent ailments, often based on complementary medicine recommendations, not recognised as valid treatment in conventional medicine. These recommendations may include guidance on detoxification, colonic irrigation, the avoidance of ingestion or inhalation of toxins or allergens, and the use of supplementary nutrients. Is their title protected by law? No, anyone could call themselves a nutritionist, a nutritional therapist, a clinical nutritionist, or a diet expert. They are not permitted by law to call themselves dietitians. What qualifications do they have? Some training is provided through the Institute of Optimum Nutrition and other informal routes. Foundation degree status can be awarded to courses considered of sufficient level. This is not a degree qualification, but an accredited qualification that may mean candidates satisfy entry conditions to start a recognised degree in nutrition. Nutritional therapy foundation degrees are not recognised by universities for candidates wishing to take a dietetic degree. Nutritional therapists are not eligible to register with either UK Voluntary Register of Nutritionists or the Health and Care Professionals Council. Nutritional therapists use treatments such as high-dose vitamins, detox and food avoidance for where there is little robust scientific evidence. They work on the belief that the body has underlying nutritional and biochemical imbalances that lead to poor health, including mental health problems. They do not use the evidence in a robust fashion, and advice is most often based on personal opinion or belief. So, basically, the quacks, they're not qualified. They use their own judgment and they don't use medical evidence. But anyway, let's see what she's got to say.
Of semi-skimmed milk here, but they all look different. Is there any real difference?
There's no real difference between these semi-skimmed. The main difference in the milks that we buy are some are skimmed, some are semi-skimmed, and some are whole fat. And they all contain the same amount of calcium and they all contain the same amount of protein. The difference is that a whole fat milk still has its omega-3s and 2 key vitamins, vitamin D and vitamin A, and we really need those vitamins in our milk. They're the magic trilogy if you want, so they help our body absorb the calcium and put it where it needs to go, into our joints and our bones and our teeth. I'd always say go full fat and get all the good stuff.
A 200...
Go full fat! This is a nutritionist, supposedly, a nutritional therapist. Drink more saturated fat. Drink more cholesterol.
Not everyone wants or can drink dairy, and plant-based milk alternatives are increasingly popular. Last year, we spent £220 million on everything from soy to almond and even hemp drinks. But while cow's milk costs around 70 pence per litre, plant-based alternatives can cost 4 times as much.
Oh, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go for the most expensive milk, plant milk out there. That's what we'll do. We'll go for the most expensive one. I can get an oat milk from Aldi for 75 pence. Who the... Pro Dairy. Dairy's bunged them. Channel 5.
So would you like to know what's in them?
Yes, definitely.
Especially you. There's a bewildering array of milk alternatives on offer.
I'm going to fast forward this. I'm going to fast forward this because basically what they do is they say, how much of these ingredients do you think are in the milks, yeah? So they put the soybeans in and then she shows what it really is. So let's fast forward to that bit because it's just boring shit.
Before the break, our family discovered just how much of the title ingredient actually goes into their favourite plant-based drinks.
Oh, wow.
1% of almonds.
It's a tiny amount.
So, if there's such a small amount of the named ingredient, what else is in there? The Kenners are making their own homemade soya drink, using the typical ingredients listed on the back of a carton of soya drink.
And these are your ingredients.
There's a lot more than I thought there would be.
It's like being chemistry, isn't it? Sugar. Put some of that in.
Yeah, the sugar and
Potassium
milk.
phosphate, an acidity regulator, and it's often used in fertiliser.
Nice.
Right, okay, so she's just mentioned calcium phosphate, yeah? So, as though, and she's just said it's in fertiliser, just to put them off, right? Let's have a look what potassium phosphate is also in. It's in frozen meals, it's in canned foods such as fish, soup and vegetables, meats such as deli meat, sausages and ham. It's in packaged baked goods, it's in dairy products. It's in tofu, cereal, crackers, fruit juices and condiments. So biased.
Not really what you want.
Because cow's milk is high in calcium, a chemical compound is added to compensate.
Calcium carbonate, otherwise known as chalk.
Oh.
And that's white colouring.
Nice! Chalk for strong bones and teeth.
Gellan gum. It's produced from bacteria.
This food additive, used to bind and stabilise processed foods, was originally discovered in a pond.
I can't say it's looking very attractive so far, very appealing.
Natural cow's milk contains, well, milk, replicating the perfect blend.
Right, we'll see about that. Just hold that thought.
And we've got xanthan gum is a thickener. It's used in the oil industry for thickening the drilling mud.
Right, so see how she's done that, xanthan gum. Let's have a look at xanthan gum. Xanthan gum. The following are some common foods that contain xanthan gum. Salad dressings, bakery products, fruit juices, soups, ice creams, sauces and gravies, syrups, gluten-free products, low-fat foods.
And of course, all the good stuff we get in natural milk needs adding too.
Have some vitamins.
Okay, so they'd naturally occur.
So fortified. We all have fortified foods. Everything's fortified. B12 is fortified in most things.
Milks are made very simply using just a few ingredients. The Rude Health almond drink, for example, has only 4
Why didn't they use that one then? Why did they pick the one that is the most processed? Why didn't they pick that one? Why didn't they say, we've got something very similar to cow's milk here, it's only got 4 ingredients, let's do that one?
And our last ingredient, the main ingredient, is the water.
In fact, most plant-based drinks are predominantly water, and even semi-skimmed cow's milk is 87%.
Milk is made up of 85 to 95% water. The rest is protein, sugar, fat, vitamins and other nutrients. 95% water. What's the point?
But as a quick look on the ingredients list shows, trying to copy milk needs an awful lot of strange ingredients.
No, right, hold on a minute, right. They're not trying to copy milk, right? They're not trying to copy milk. What they're doing there with most of them ingredients is conforming to the guidelines by the supermarkets on shelf life. It's nothing to do with copying milk. The product replicates milk anyway. All that other stuff in there is acidity regulators, gum and all that stuff is to keep it on the shelves for a long time, which they do with most stuff. I mean, come on, look at milk. It's got to be refrigerated. It's got to be shoved in a fridge using all that energy, keeping it cool. Bullshit, man.
That cows and sheep do naturally. I asked dietitian Aisling Piggott if she's at all concerned about the increase in popularity of milk alternatives. So obviously some people need to exclude milk for health reasons, but what about the rest of us? If we take milk from our diets, what are we losing?
Milk and dairy products tend to be our body's main source of calcium.
Wrong.
As well as iodine, and iodine is a really important nutrient. And with the rise in plant-based nutrition or milk alternatives, we're seeing iodine deficiency.
Iodine deficiency. Really? Really? Okay. The iodine in cow's milk is not a natural component, but comes from iodine supplements in cattle feed and iodine containing disinfectants used to sterilise milking equipment and added to teat dips and udder washes. Iodine, do you remember? A bubble wash, whatever she called it, bubble bath. Iodine. What else did it say? Iodine has been used in the treatment of wounds for more than 170 years and as dairy cows udders to prone infection, mastitis. They are routinely washed with iodine and some of it tends to end up in the milk. Vegan sources. Plant foods containing iodine include whole grains, green beans, courgettes, kale, spring greens, watercress, strawberries, organic potatoes with skin. However, amounts tend to be low and variable depending on how much iodine is in the soil. A 2016 European prospective investigation into cancer and nutrition, the EPIC Oxford study, was made up of 18,244 meat eaters, 4,531 fish eaters, and 6,673 vegetarians and 803 vegans, because there weren't many in 2016. It suggested that vegans were falling short of iodine, but the food frequency questionnaire used in this study did not record the use of seaweed or iodized salt, two potentially concentrated sources of iodine. Seaweed absorbs iodine from seawater as an excellent source. Sea vegetables may also contain other minerals and trace minerals. They can be high in protein and fibre while being low in calories and fat-free. So you can continue to avoid cow's milk and fish and the harmful substances they contain because there's plenty of iodine in a plant-based diet, and you don't need a lot anyway. Let's see, does it say how much you need? According to the UK Scientific Advisory Committee, there is public health concern that many people may not be getting enough iodine regardless of their diet, especially during adolescence, reproduction, gestation and development. The 2018 National Diet and Nutrition Survey found low levels of iodine in 9% of children aged 4 to 10 years, 12% of children aged 11 to 18 years and 40% of adults aged 19 to 64, and 80% of adults aged 65 or over. And that's in everybody, that's not vegans, that's the population. It ain't a problem. She's talking shite. The rest of it's bullshit about other stuff, but can you see why this got me so annoyed? How biased it was against plant milks, about veganism. It was just so pro-dairy. And I think Channel 5 have done it on purpose to go pro-dairy. Coronavirus. So anyway, let me know what you think. I've done what I can with this. It really annoyed me. I've had to watch it again. I've been up since 5 o'clock. I'm really grumpy anyway. So I think it's time to wrap this up. Save the animals. Save the planet. Save yourself. Go vegan. Grumpy Vegan Grandad. Signing out.